Today's assembly is by Mr. Conduit-Smith, and it's about two words, can and can't. Often in our lives, we come up against situations where there are barriers in front of us. Most of the time, these barriers are placed there by ourselves. How many times do you look at some schoolwork and say, I can't do this? Often it is the fear of failing or getting things wrong that stop us trying to overcome the barriers we face. How many times have you looked at a piece of work and thought, I don't really want to have a go at this because if I get it wrong, I'm going to feel embarrassed? It's this fear of failing that drives us to believe that we can't do things. The following story is true. It is about overcoming all the odds that demonstrate when you are determined, you can achieve anything. The story starts in a small town in America. Rick was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. This meant that his brain was starved of oxygen. As a result, he could not control his muscles. His father Richard and mother Judy were told by doctors he would need to spend the rest of his life in a care home, and he would be a vegetable, unable to communicate or understand anything. His parents held on to the fact that Rick's eyes would follow them around the room, giving him hope that he would somehow be able to communicate someday. Despite being told repeatedly by the doctors that Rick would never be able to communicate, his parents never gave up hope. At the age of 11, after much persistence from his parents, Rick was fitted with a computer that enabled him to communicate. And it became clear that Rick was very intelligent. Rick was able to attend school for the first time. One Sunday, Rick's father was pushing him in his wheelchair to watch a local running race. At the back of the race was a man pushing his son in a wheelchair. When they returned home that day, Rick typed into his computer that he would like his father to push him in a race. Rick's father was not a fit person and a little out of shape, but he replied, "Of course, son." They started to train together with Rick's father running and pushing him in a wheelchair. They entered the next race in their local town, and despite the fact they came last, Rick had such a fantastic time that he told his father when they were competing in the race, he felt like he had no disability at all. After their first race, Rick's father began some serious training and started running and pushing a wheelchair with a bag of cement in it whilst Rick was at school. Rick's father was able to improve his fitness so much they decided to enter the Boston Marathon. A marathon is a 26.2-mile race. At first, the organisers of the marathon would not let them enter, but again, after much persistence and not taking no for an answer, they were allowed to enter. They stunned the crowd and organisers by running the marathon so fast they were classed as elite athletes. Not satisfied with running marathons together, they decided to take on a new challenge, a triathlon. A triathlon is a race involving swimming, cycling and running. Rick's father designed a special boat and bicycle, and they entered what is known as one of the toughest races in the world, an Ironman. An Ironman consists of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bicycle ride and a full marathon, 26.2 miles. This event was to be tackled with Rick's father towing him in a boat, cycling with him in a specially adapted bicycle and pushing him in a wheelchair. To date, they have completed over 257 triathlons, including 6 at the Ironman distance, a remarkable achievement. What started out with the word can't, Rick and his family have removed every barrier in their way and are a shining example of a can-do attitude. Their commitment, enthusiasm and dedication to achieve the highest level of success is phenomenal. So next time you're stuck on some schoolwork or scared of failing, remember this example of what can be achieved when you believe in the word can. And finally, Rick graduated from university. Enjoy the video. Thank you very much.